and welcome back to the Major Education Online Teaching with me, Mr. Toby. So today, again, we're going to be looking at Smart Time Grade 10 book, and we're going to be focusing on page 107. This one, again, another interesting topic, especially for young people, is all about the movies. So the first part of the lesson, we're going to learn to read about different movies and movie schedules. And then the second part of the lesson, we're going to speak and use a dialogue to talk about and invite your friends to the movies. These are both important things when you're wanting to meet your friends at the cinema to A, decide what movie to watch and find out when it's on, and B, to have a conversation to invite each other and decide what you want to watch. So we're going to focus on part 1 to begin with. As you can see, this is the Odeon Cinema, and at the top there are dates, Friday the 22nd to Sunday the 24th of March. So it tells you what time the movies are on. When you look a bit closer, in blue, we have the names of the movies. Mr. Popper's Penguins, Cowboys and Aliens, The Hobbit, Sherlock Holmes, Escape from Planet Earth. This is the name of the film, and it helps you decide what you want to watch. Underneath it are the times, 7 and 9 p.m, 8 p.m, 8 p.m, 7 p.m, and 9 p.m. This shows you what time the movie is on. Another important thing you need to know when deciding what film you want to watch. This is the basic information, the film name, the time, the date. Next, we're going to look a bit more into detail about each film. To do that, we have to look at the words in bold. So repeat after me. We have comedy, science fiction. Another word for science fiction is sci-fi. Science fiction, sci-fi. Adventure fantasy, detective action, animated comedy. These are the 5 different types of movie on at this cinema. We don't use the word type when we talk about movie, we use genres. Can you say genres? Genres. So genres are different types of movies. That's it. Instead of using type, we use genre. We do this for films and music and books. Okay? So this is an important word to remember. Genres. Here we are focusing on these 5 genres. But there are many, many more genres. Okay? So one thing you can do as well, you can combine genres. For example, a comedy movie is a funny movie. It makes you laugh. An animated comedy is a funny movie, a comedy, but it is also animated. It is a cartoon. This one is a movie that makes you laugh. This one is a cartoon that makes you laugh. You can even say adventure comedy, which is a funny movie that is full of adventure or action. Exciting things happen. A detective fantasy. Detective, like Sherlock Holmes or Conan. Fantasy, not real. Yeah? For example, Conan, you could say, maybe detective fantasy movie. Or a detective, animated detective movie. So there are lots of different words that you can use to talk about movies. These are all genres. Can you think of any more genres? I'd love to read them in the comments below. Some other examples: horror movie, anime movie. There are loads and loads of different types of movie. Okay? So these are all in bold. The next part is a short sentence about the film. If we look in brackets, it says here, Mr. Popper's Penguins. The life of a businessman changed when he inherits 6 penguins. It just tells you a tiny bit about the movie, the very, very basic story. You can read it and go, that sounds interesting, or you can say, that sounds boring. It just helps you decide what you want to watch because it tells you a little bit about the story. The last thing we look at are actors and actresses in the movie. At the bottom, it tells you the most famous or the main people. Jim Carrey, Daniel Craig, Harrison Ford. These are celebrities that you may know and love. This is useful because if your favourite celebrity is in a movie, it will make you want to watch it. So we will go through one more time. We have the name of the movie, or the name of the cinema, the Odeon cinema. The dates of the films, Friday the 22nd to Sunday the 24th of March. We're going to take Sherlock Holmes. So next it has the movie's name, Sherlock Holmes. It has the time of the movie, 7 p.m. It has the genre of the movie. What type of movie is it? Do you like it? If you do, you can watch it. If you don't, you can leave it. Underneath, there is a very simple sentence about the story. Sherlock Holmes and Watson try to save England. That's what it's about. It's a detective movie where 2 people try to save England. Does it sound interesting? Perfect. You can watch it. Does it sound boring? You can watch something else. And lastly, it has Robert Downey Jr. and Jude Law. These are the 2 main actors in the movie. Again, maybe Robert Downey Jr. is your favourite. He plays Iron Man. You love him. So you definitely want to see him in the new Sherlock Holmes film. Or maybe you don't like him. You think he's a terrible actor. Then you can not watch the movie. It just helps you to decide. All of these things are just very useful in deciding if you want to watch a movie and if you are free to watch a movie. So what I want you to do, I want you to think of your favourite movie, maybe 2, your favourite 2 movies. And I want you to write a little bit like this. What's the name of your movie? What time is your movie on? It can be pretend, anytime you like. 1 a.m, 12 p.m, 3 p.m. What day is it? Anytime you like. 14th of May, 25th of December. What day is your movie on? What is the genre of your movie? Now this, you have to think about your movie and what type of movie is it? Is it a love story? Is it a detective film, a comedy film, a horror film? What type of genre is your movie? If you don't know, you can Google anything you don't know. The next, try and think about a sentence that just sums up your movie in one sentence. For example, the Avengers. Yeah, we'll go through that in a minute. And finally, the famous actors in the movie. Okay, so we will choose the Avengers. All right, as my example. So at the top, you would write the Avengers, Endgame, 8 p.m, 14th of May. What type of movie is it? Well, it's a superhero action movie. There's superheroes and there's action. It is a superhero action movie. A sentence. 6 superheroes get together to save the planet. Okay? And some famous people in it. Robert Downey Jr. Yeah? People like that. So think about a movie, your favourite movie, and follow this and try and write your own little movie schedule. Okay? I would love to read them in the comments below, or you can send them to my email and I would love to reply. Okay? Just something interesting for you to do. This is part 1. In the next part, we will be talking about a dialogue about the movies. So, before you move on to part 2, just write your own pretend schedule for the movies, just for fun. Enjoy.